I have pretty much given up on commenting on my roommates for the most part in my blog. Since back when Tad accidentally coined the phrase, when he was complaining about my blog, he said something about, all he ever blogs about is his breakfasts and bad roommates. And I thought to myself, breakfasts and bad roommates is a pretty good blog name. But I do still occasionally like to blog about breakfasts. Today it was actually just leftover take and bake pizza. And one of my favorite things to do with the leftover take and bake pizza, if I really don't want to eat it, or if maybe like in this case it got a little burnt, is to just scrape off the toppings into a pan, throw in some eggs, and then make scrambled eggs. This was a Papa Murphy's combo pizza. So there's plenty of vegetables, cheese, and some sausage. So it turned out pretty good, actually. I was kind of impressed by it. Let's see what else. And then the other part is the bad roommates. So, when we were interviewing roommates, one of the questions that was asked was, do you smoke? Oh, no, not at all. My roommate smokes pot on a regular basis, like daily basis, like every day. And I've asked her before, hey, when you're going to go outside and smoke pot in the backyard, can you just tell me and I'll close my window? The reason for this is because she also smokes backwoods, which is what it's called, I guess, when you stick pot inside a cigar. That is doubly gross as far as I'm concerned. The smell of the pot is not that great. That's a little annoying. The smell of whatever foul, horrible cigar she buys, even worse. It's usually this big fat stogie that just is disgusting. So the reek of weed and tobacco is just everywhere. It permeates the house, actually. Her room, actually, is a little on the disgusting side. Like unwashed people and maybe dead animals. The reason I point that out is because the landlord came to do something in the attic and was outside her room and was like, "What's that smell?" And I said, my guess would be her. So I've asked her, hey, do this if you would, and she's done it twice. And then it's too much work for her, so she doesn't really want to trouble herself. The entire time when I was having a conversation with her, explaining to her, hey, look, I mentioned asking you to do this. It wasn't just because I don't like the smell, whatever. I've got some breathing problems. It really kind of irritates my breathing. I'd really appreciate it if you would do this. And her response was sort of like, well, you can keep your window closed. And I'm thinking, wow, all right. Yeah. She's very young. She's very quiet. She's very selfish. Smokes pot every day. That's pretty much it. She also, because she's from somewhere else, is not a big industrial coffee maker. She makes coffee the primitive way, I guess you would say. She boils milk in a pan, dumps in the coffee grounds, and then pours it through a strainer, which is about as messy as you would imagine. She usually pours her coffee into a travel mug every morning and leaves the burnt milk and coffee grounds in a pan in the sink most of the time, but sometimes on the counter, and sometimes on the stove. Coffee grounds get spilled a lot, coffee gets spilled a lot, and she doesn't really clean up anything she ever spills, from grape juice to whatever. It's just, she's just not someone who cleans up after herself. And the other day, and she said, I noticed the kitchen's really a lot worse. There's a lot of coffee everywhere. And I said, yeah. You'll probably notice a lot of long black hairs, too. And a lot of burnt stuff. And she's like, yeah, why is that? I said, well, Winnie's not known for cleaning up after herself. That's just not her thing. She's like, why would she? I just came like 2 days ago and cleaned up the whole kitchen, and then she spilled coffee everywhere and food and didn't clean it up again. I'm like, yeah, that's what she does. She's just not that. That's how she is. I said, she's actually, I said, did you notice the towels? We have a trash can in the kitchen with all the dirty towels from just the day-to-day kitchen. Wow. Habit is a lot farther along than it was last time I was here. It didn't say Habit before. Now it does. They've got lights. I am excited. I am really excited. That was not the way that looked like a week ago. That is badass. Sorry, that was just a little segue there in the blog. I mentioned, yeah, that's like, yeah, why are all the towels on the floor like that? I said, she wanted to wash her car over the weekend. She's like, what do you mean? I said, well, she decided she needed the bucket, so she just dumped the towels on the floor and took it. That was a couple days ago. Yeah. So where's the bucket now? I'm like, I don't know. She didn't put the towels back? No. Does she do that sort of thing all the time? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I let her know about the panty incident. Everybody was texting me, hey, you haven't seen our trash can, have you? You don't know what happened to our trash can? I know you don't use our bathroom, but do you know where our trash can went? My response is, no, I have no idea. Because I don't use your bathroom, and also I don't need your little trash can. When I went to do laundry, however, the trash can had some bloody panties in it in the laundry room, and one would assume bleach or laundry soap or something, and then that was it. So for 3-4 days, the trash can just sat there. Yeah. The other thing is, and I have mentioned this before, there's a downstairs bathroom. And the downstairs bathroom is it's like an overflow bathroom. If you don't want to be upstairs and use the bathroom, it's just a toilet and a sink. And someone, again, her, has decided that when it's her time of the month, it's perfectly acceptable to dump her feminine products in that trash can and then just leave them there. She never empties the trash. She doesn't take the trash outside. She doesn't clean up the kitchen, whatever. So when her period is here, she'll just dump the used products in the trash and just leave them there. And then whenever somebody else cleans it, which is usually a week later, sometimes 2, the last time the landlord did not come by for 2 weeks. And that was what awaited her in that bathroom. It smelled pretty bad in there. And she was kind of curious about that and broached the subject with me in sort of a weird way, which you can understand because it's probably not something I'm going to have a lot of information on. Like, for example, I don't know who the list of suspects entirely would be, but I know I'm not on the list. Let's put it that way. I know for a fact that I did not leave bloody tampons in the trash can. And, yeah, she wasn't happy about that either. So I mentioned the whole backyard smoking thing, and I mentioned the other stuff, and she said that she was really unhappy with the state of the kitchen. And I said, yeah, I think that we're in the situation where we're kind of tired of cleaning up after her, and we're just kind of not going to do it every day. I don't know entirely how to phrase that. I know that both Elias and I clean up the kitchen more than other people, but we really do get tired of her because she'll cook food and just leave the food spilled on the counter or leave food on the stove for several days. And I know what it is. She's just stoned all the time and she just forgets everything. So it just gets tiring.